Hello and welcome to oddsmarket.com. Natalie Rydström here, and joining us right now is Stuart from tipsterhq.com. We are previewing the Europa League final match taking place Wednesday 18th, and that is between Liverpool and Sevilla. Now, often when we do sort of our match previews here, Stuart, we do have a lot of stats to go by. This is the very first time in history that these two teams are meeting. Does this make it really hard to predict?
Well, it certainly doesn't help in the head-to-head stakes, does it? We have no information in that. All we're going on is, I think, their form in the Cup this season, and in the Europa League in particular. So it's going to be interesting, shall we say.
Mm-hmm. Well, Liverpool has certainly been the dark horse of the competition. They threw out the opponents, Dortmund, in the quarter-finals. They then went to go and beat Villarreal, earning their spot in the finals. And obviously, they now face a team who are very much sort of accustomed to this competition, and they're actually sort of playing to win it for the third year in a row. So Liverpool, the dark horse, they actually enter as favourites in this match, 2.45. And their odds, since they were released, they have dropped. They've gone from 2.8. They're now down to 2.45. Do you see them dropping any further as we get closer to Wednesday? And should they be the favourites?
Should they be the favourites? I think that's the question here. For me, no. I think Sevilla have the experience to win this game. They've done it twice in the past, and they've probably had at least as difficult a run to this Europa League final as Liverpool have had. I mean, you're talking about Liverpool's form. I think I'd probably go back to that Manchester United game. They've done very well to get to where they have. The thing is, this is Klopp's first season in charge, and he hasn't really got the squad he wants, and he hasn't had a pre-season. I mean, he's done very well to get them playing good football. This may just be a stretch too far for him.
Mm-hmm. Well, anybody who is sitting on this on Sevilla's side there will be pleased to know that the odds have increased. Not much, but they've gone from about 3 to 3.25. Do you see those increasing any further? If people want to back Sevilla to win, do you back them now, the morning of the match? When's the best time?
Well, you often see the odds move in and out a little bit, so I'd keep an eye on it. But for me, I think now's about the best time to get the odds on. To get your bet on. We've seen it move out. I'm expecting them to come back in a bit. It's when some more of the sensible money comes on. I think what we're seeing is a lot of people backing Liverpool, and that's brought the odds in a bit and moved those Sevilla odds out. So I think we're going to see a bit of course correction in the market. And when that comes in, we're going to see the Sevilla odds just shrink a little.
Mm-hmm. I tell you that what has had the biggest line movements, and I've not seen it this much actually before. 11, the draw has gone from 11 to 3.3. I've got a fee. There's a part of me, I think, that if I were to play the outright, I would prefer to lift the trophy rather than the outrights in the 90 minutes, just because I've got a sneaky feeling that this is going to be a very cagey 1-1 draw in the 90 minutes, and so therefore back to lift the trophy instead. Is that a better way to do it?
Potentially. I mean, for me, I think Liverpool's best performances this season are when they've been going out to actually win a match. The first time they really, really impressed me was against Manchester City in the league, and I thought they were fantastic in that game. And I think that is potentially an indicator of what's going to come next season. I think that Liverpool need to go out to win this game. I think Sevilla will be very, very happy that they're the underdogs. And having already won it the last two seasons, they'll be very surprised that they're the underdogs. So for me, I think this game will be won in 90 minutes. I wouldn't bother taking those slightly reduced odds in the to win the competition.
Mm-hmm. And would you say that the outrights maybe is a better market to stick on, or rather than playing other markets for this match, like total goals, both teams to score, things like that? What would you sort of advise for people who are looking at other ways to bet?
Well, my money's going into the match odds market. I think it's fairly strong right now. There's obviously a fair bit of money that's gone on it early because it is a European Cup final. It may not be that big one that everybody's talking about, but it is still a European Cup final, and this one does lead to a place in the Champions League. So it is very important for both sides. And for me, the match odds is where the money is right now.
Yeah. Well, I tell you, though, if you look at both teams' run-up matches to this match, they have been rotating players. They've not been using their starting 11. I think the last two matches Liverpool have played have both been draws. The last two matches that Sevilla have played have been losses, when really it's matches that they could have won if they weren't sort of almost preparing themselves for this match. But one quick thing before I do ask you what exactly you're going to go for. I've got a sneaky feeling, but obviously, Sevilla are playing Barcelona in the Copa del Rey this weekend. will they be having even a smidgen of an eye on that match, and could that affect the outcome?
Well, I think if you look at the bookies odds on that one, I think Barcelona is something like 1.28 to win that match. So I think that they're going to be sensible and they're going to say, right, out of these two competitions, which one have we got the best chance of winning? And you're right, both sides have rested and rotated players to make sure that they're fit for this one. Liverpool have dropped points in order to do that, and they probably could have finished higher in the league if they just concentrated on it. But this gives you a Champions League spot, so take that risk, go for it, and I think we're going to see a really good game.
Okay, all right. So go on. What's your tip here, Stuart?
I'm going to back Unai Emery's guys to do it 3 times in a row. So that's a Sevilla win, 3.25 with Bet365. I'm very happy with that.
Okay, so Stuart is going for that Sevilla win there, 3.25 Bet365. If you want more information about the Europa League final match there, head on over to oddsmarket.com. Link is in the description. Stuart, thank you for joining us.